and he was interrogated. What was that done for? I've gotten information about, I said about this 2 weeks ago, that something is going to happen in the next 2 weeks. It ought to start last week, but it didn't start while Darosha was sick. He was invited. He was supposed to be there. If he hadn't gone yesterday, they would have gone to arrest him. But he went there. He knew what's up, and he went there. He went with a lawyer. Normally, you go, what was the petition about? That should be the first thing. And I tried to educate people about that yesterday. I heard the story in the morning. I did not come live. I did not talk about it until 5 minutes to 9. Because I know others might have spoken about it. I don't want to be the first to talk about it. I only want to give information, inform information. I've gotten the petition since when it was written. And what did I do yesterday? In order to keep everybody focused, I read the petition first. It is not, I said he was not arrested for the death of Mohbad. Who killed Mohbad? That was not why he went to the police station. He went to the police station based on the violation of, please mute that person, I beg. Based on the violation of the Corona System Law of Lagos State 2027, Section 16, and the punishment is in Section 48. Clear reason why this man went there. Under the law, the crime he violated is bailable. It is left for the police to know that they've gotten the right information for him and they could tell him to go. If you go to police station, it is not by force. You will be locked up. If you give them their information, they will let you go. They will give you administrative bail and give you conditions. People that were suspect on the death of Mohbad were given administrative bail and they have condition. They go there every week to go and sign. That is the condition. The shorties, if whoever they bail runs away, the shorty will be held responsible. Chikena, what are we fighting about? We celebrated he was detained yesterday. It shows police that we say are not working are kind of working. Simple. Why should we bring someone down? You can go to police station, they can interrogate you. When Prime Boy went the other time and he was held, people rush. Is it not legal team lawyers that went to bail him or something? He was bailed that same day based on a petition against him, even though they ambushed him. Was he released that day? Yes. First thing you should ask yourself, the reason this guy went to the station and he was detained, what was the reason? Go and read the law. Is he bailable or not? If it is bailable, why do you want him to be there till eternity? Please. But the way we talk in a way that some people are saying, some people are Satans. We continue to attack the same thing. You're not going to get results. Because all what you are going to leave is resentment. Is that how you want to win the game? Let's think, man. I always say this. If you have information, if you do not verify it, if you don't have something backing it, don't even talk about it. It is not compulsory you must talk about it. Let others talk about it. Leave it. What matters is, you want to get justice for Mohbad? There are a number of things still left undone. Are we focusing on those? Or we just want to come out? Something came out yesterday and we come today. Why those ones are mourning and they are counting their losses? We came to tear ourselves apart. Come on, man. Even if it's a small screen, leave it. It's a little victory. Some of these people felt they're untouchable, but they've been sent a message that they are touchable. It doesn't have to be on Rookie Mohbad, but what is your activities before and after Mohbad died? And what this young man was arrested for was his activity after Mohbad died. It is a violation of a law and is a criminal law. Simple as ABC. Leave it. Go ahead. If you have issue with anybody on the street of Mohbad, try to resolve it outside. Most of us, we are Yoruba. And you continue to do it. You continue to swear for yourself. For what? At the end of the day, you talk, it's clean, it's do. Words are like egg. It drops, it breaks, you can't pick it back. Why say something? You will have to tell someone sorry another day when you resolve it. Don't say it in the first place. I hate when people tell me sorry. What I want, don't do it. We go so that we can forgive each other. Let's try to work like that. Are we even discussing what is the next action on this justice for Mohbad? What is left undone? Are we doing that? Or are we just pulling each other down? Let's begin to be critical. Let's begin to be forward-looking. Let's reflect the attribute of the justice we are fighting for. If you're fighting for justice, you don't have to be a non-team player. If you're fighting for justice, support the people asking for accountability and do it to the best of your knowledge. If you are fighting for justice, you don't drag your teammates, even though they are in a different room. Maybe they are strikers and they are not defenders. Because that is how it looks like in a football team. There are strikers, there are midfielders, there are defenders, including the keeper. Will the striker come to fight the defender because a goal was let in? You're not going to win the game. You're going to lose it. The other people are not in this party to play. But we're just tearing ourselves apart. This is just my personal view. You don't need to like me. You don't need to like what I said. But I said my own is my opinion. I'm entitled to that. And most of the time, stick to the law. Google is a friend. What do you do with your data? Try to be within the law. Read it. It's for you to know. You don't need to know your Turak from. Many people have read their Bible and their Quran 3 times, 4 times, but they've not even read Nigerian Constitution. You're fighting for justice. You don't even know the law of what you are fighting for. You cannot really contribute constructively. I don't need to like you to listen to you. I just have to listen to what you want to say. If it aligns with what I'm thinking, I pick it. If it is not, look for the positivity, not the negativity. Have a nice day, everybody.
Sorry, sir. Is Arifa case not bailable?
Arifa's case is bailable. Okay, well, sir. Bailable is not a murder case. It's a cyber crimes case. It is 2 ways. If someone have said things that defamed you, that are libelous in nature, you can either use the laws in the Constitution, criminal laws, to say this is a libelous case. That could fall under civil matter. But what did these people do? Their lawyers went to look at the Nigerian cybercrime law of 2015 as enlightened. And because that has more stringent, and because they are operating on the cyberspace, for everybody on the cyberspace, the law governing cyberspace is the cybercrime law. Go and download it, go and read it. Download it and read it and know what is there. So that was what those people did. Now, police head on to Arifa. Why? In Nigerian jurisprudence, they cannot hold you more than 48 hours. But the police can go to a magistrate court and seek for a allegation of them holding you based on we are investigating the matter. And that was what they did. But I've heard, just collaborating what Obaro said, police is taking Arifa to court, either tomorrow or day after. But I think it's going to be tomorrow. When he goes to court, they will grant him bail. That is all. Himself, his lawyers had filed violation of his fundamental human rights since last week, Monday. They got the case number on Wednesday. They've preempted them, but events have taken over that if they've taken him to court. Arifa had thought he would explore other ways to solve this thing, but it's not working. The people they are playing with, they are not playing. You don't have to play. So let them go to court, they will bail him. Even Darosha, if you take him to court, if he gets to court, his lawyer will file for bail. He will be bailed. But one thing that is sacrosanct, a criminal case has been instituted against them or against him. Chike, now you go and have your days in court and argue it out. Simple as ABC. We don't have to fight over that. We don't have to pull anybody down over that. We don't have to. Not everybody want to talk about what they are contributing, yeah? But we don't have to. Let us do the best we can. And let's move on.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for your great submission. Thank you. So Annie Azuko, are you ready, please?
I'm ready. I don't even I have very little to say because everybody has said everything. But I want to say this, yeah? For me, personally, as I said, I always speak from my own standpoint. It is a win for us. No matter how little, it is a win. And as such, I celebrate it as such. I don't want to know who were the brain behind it, who pushed it, but let us be clear that petition was written by Mr. Dumosu's team. For me, the fairness for me, even when all of this was going on, I always said, if you're going to drag somebody, don't take his professional credits from him. He wrote that petition. Because I remember that's because I posted it on my wall and the name, that is whatever the name of his chambers or something they use. So I know it is the Mr. Odumosu's team that did that. But I would say legal team because Odumosu and Wahab Shitu, they are all a team. Everybody's working for one cause. And, so I want to celebrate that first to say, okay, thank God that was done. Petition was written. Police has somewhat acted on it. And let us be clear, this will be the first sign of the police trying to even redeem their supposed image in the mess that they have cost us from inception. Starting from the police report they did, all that lies, all that crap they wrote there. This is the first time they're trying to act somewhat honorable, to want to say, let's do things by the book. So I like to look at things from a holistic standpoint. So to me, that is a welcomed plus. At least I personally am trying, I may be wrong here, I'm trying to have hope that, okay, maybe they're not going to be biased with this whole justice thing. Maybe the corona, the toxicology and every other thing that happens, maybe they're not going to be biased. Just maybe. So that's how I'm looking at it. I'm trying to tell myself, okay, so that means those knobs that refused to give Baba the death rate to go and deposit the body, so they are different arms. So there's another good arm of police that can action things. Okay, good, so be it. At least that's some hope. So let's look at it from that standpoint. And I would not necessarily say, Darosha was not arrested, I think he was called for questioning over a petition, because ideally that should be the due process. If there's petition against you, you're called to come and answer questions on that. So they get to do their findings. And at the end of the day, they decide we want to arrest you or not, So I think that should have been it. But I understand from, the blogger perspective, or of course, if we want to exaggerate, after all, the other team, they do that. They go ahead and say all kinds of nonsense. So if we had said arrest and we put all of those things, they're fair enough. But the detailed information should have been read, as Aristocrat had said on his platform, to say, okay, I read the petition. So a common man who has brains can understand, okay, it's a process as far as answering to these petitions. And so they will have to ask questions. They're not going to just let him walk in there and they put a handcuff on him. They'll ask him questions and he would have to answer, because there's nowhere during the whole of this Mohbad thing that we have been aware that this young man has been called for questioning over that embalmment. This is the first time. So common sense in my head tells me, okay, let's not say common sense. My thinking cap just tells me, okay, that would be that. That would be the process. If it led to arrest later on, okay, so be it, but I'm just happy from that perspective. Now, that's that. Now, the second thing I want to talk about here, see, this fracas thing that, keeps playing up and not playing up. Let's understand, at the end of the day, there's only one thing that matters. I will speak for me. I have to tell you, I've taken a little bit of a backseat, and I'm waiting for that 15th to see what that coroner inquest, what that chief coroner wants to read as far as this toxicology, autopsy, just say post-mortem results. I want to hear, I'm patiently and impatiently waiting to hear what they want to say kill this young man, and to see what actions are taken after then. Because I will keep saying it, if at the end of the day that is read and the police doesn't push to go and arrest, or we don't push them to go and arrest, I'm going to come for every damn soul that I think has a hand in us not getting this. getting this justice. That's that. And I think every one of us needs to put our sentiments aside and focus on that. At that time, or at that point, there's not going to be any friend or foe. If you had a task, you didn't do it, then we're going to call everybody out, including ourselves. We're going to all have to account for everything we have done that didn't get us justice. Or, on the contrary, we'll be happy to say, you know what, our shouting, our little talking, all of that, and the people who went to the court or walked behind, even Arifa's supposed arrest, all worked together for good. Because at the end of the day, the justice is getting some headway. So that's how I just want to see things. And I'm going to leave it there. But I would please beg and implore us that let's just tone down this, dragging. It's not this team, it's not that team. I'm not interested about all that crap. Any team that is still part of Justice for Mohbad, if I need to go there or I'm called upon to give an idea or advice, I will, and that's about it. If Baba Mohbad, if I was lucky, maybe Baba Mohbad said, "Oh, Anne, I want to speak to you today. What do you think about this?" Or Mr. Muiwa or Andy or York or the other team, any of them say, "Oh, what do you think?" I will share my thoughts, and that's about it. And we leave it there. Let's have that holistic view towards things and just keep our guns down. There's no need for all of that drama playing up now. It's just toxic and it's not healthy. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Anyazuko. Who else? Auntie Bola. Auntie Bola. Oh, apparently she's not here. So, anyway, guys, let's take a break.
We go around everywhere and see so many hosts and see what is happening, their narrations and all those things. And I believe that maybe if we can do away with the issue of money, let everybody just come and, make their submission, analyze and do whatever you want to do. And that's okay. And if you are not sure of anything, you are so sure, bye, you don't say it. Stop making useless narration and talk rubbish and say, I have breaking news, I have this, I have that, blah, 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 just to, do one or two things because you want to get money from people and all those things. And these same people you are trying to do those things to, they will still come. You understand? They will still come and tell people that I'm come by low shell. So please, my own is I'm just trying to appeal to everybody. Let's stay on guard, let's stay on course. If we are going to be saying all these narration and we're talking about justice for Mohbad, the justice itself will definitely come. But you know what it is, is that if we are not together, if we are not united, so many things will happen. So many things will happen. They will scatter the whole thing. And that is the truth. Because so many people, especially the hosts, I'm talking about the hosts now, so many of them now, their own primary concern is, how will this money come? How will that money come? And if we continue with all these things, we won't make its way because money is not the issue here. We're got the problem. People are ready to contribute. A lot of us has been doing that, but we don't talk, we don't do anything. But you see, the major thing is that if we really want justice for this boy, if it is not we are trying to fight for a pocket or people are trying to do this thing, please, let's be one. This division is too much. Every host now have their own people. This one will be shading the other one. Shebi Lagbaja, it was the one that was saying this.
And he was detained.
And cutting wool in his nose. This guy was not taken by any of the hospitals. They didn't take him in according to the people who said they went to the hospital. Baba that we're hearing from, Baba did not go to any hospital. So the people who said they went to the hospital, they took him to the first place, they took him to one of the hospitals that we mentioned is Kuramed. I think I have something about Kuramed. I'll bring that tomorrow. I have something from Kuramed. I have something from every time I see it, I'll be like,
yes,
okay,
I'll bring it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I have something from Kuramed. Pardon me?
So sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Give me a few minutes. I need to just sign off for now. I'll be back.
That would be great.
Stepping out quickly and
That's
I'll be
fine.
back.
Anytime, okay? Anytime you come.
I
play. I'll bring you up.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, darling. Thank you so much.
Baba Mohbad. I'll try to do a review on the interview with the one with Sebrekete. I play it tonight.
Yeah.
I just want to bring people memories back to what Baba said.
Okay.
Because a woman came to me and asked me a question in my inbox that why are you people bashing Wunmi? That's a very beautiful question. Then I asked her that what actually gets people upset and bashing Wunmi is because Wunmi said, I owe no one an explanation. You ask what happened. You are the one that called attention of Nigeria, isn't it? And people stood up. What happens to him? What is the problem? You are replying in the whole world, everybody telling us that you owe no one an explanation. Is that an answer? So why did you call on us? Why did you say this? You might have your trophy. They've taken the nigger away from you. And you are giving us such answer. And the woman said, I have not heard the part of Baba Do. I said, okay, because of you, I will open live and I will play the interview, Baba, when Baba went to Brekete. And I did exactly that tonight.
Wow.
She heard everything and said, oh,
Can you imagine?
But people should drag her easy.
Yeah.
No, some people want, if they come to you, they want to know, just tell them.
Yeah.
Simple.
I think, yeah, it got out of hand. You understand? This whole thing got out of hand, and people became angry with the fact that I think if you look at the way other people who have been supporting Wunmi in that angle will say to you, okay, she's a young lady. I think she's 25 now, no longer 24, 25, and she's young. She doesn't have all those this, that. But there are certain people around her, like her father, her mother, and when somebody dies, like the husband, those people around you, especially the elderly ones, will have to come around and tell you what to do. You know what I mean? They will advise you on what to do, right? And so my thing is, did they advise you? Were you advised? And what kind of advice did they give you? You know what I mean? So what did they tell you? Why was it that it was only Mama Mohbad they were actually communicating with? She's the mother of the child. He has a father as well. So even if you didn't want the father to see the corpse of his child, or they didn't want to break the news, but they told Mama Mohbad to come. They told her, okay, fine, maybe they had their own, I'm just saying, and this is just me just saying what I'm thinking, may not be, but I'm just saying that maybe they didn't have the greatest relationship between Wunmi and the father-in-law. But in that regard, if a son passed, that's his son. So even if you guys are sworn enemies, they should have told him. And I'm not saying Wunmi should have been the one to call. Darosha was there as well. Any elderly person around could have called the father to say, this was what happened, and how do we go about it? Where is he? He's in the house. He's lying in state. That wasn't the situation. The guy just had to find out. First, they called him that they were taking him to the. At what point did they call the father and say they were taking the son to the hospital? Think about it. What time did they now test pending 1 p.m. that Mohbad had passed? So that's why I said the nurse has a lot to answer. Did you get to the house 6 a.m.? It's Nigeria we're talking about. It's not like the road is like abroad where you can get into your car, 30 minutes you are where you're going to. You get the traffic and all of that. Did you get there 6 a.m.? Or did you take your time? You got there 12. So at what point did they now call? They called spending. I'm going by spending's time. 1 p.m. They called him and said Mohbad had passed. So what time? When did you get there? That you started treating all these people. And what time did they open the chemist that you went to buy all these things? You understand? So that's the question. What time did you get there? And the chemist opened and then you bought all the things that you bought. You came, you gave me. What were your observations? Can you mute, please, my darling sister? Can you mute, please? What time? What time did you get there? So timing plays a huge factor here. Timing. I'm still coming back to Darosha because when I say what's playing, I mean Darosha that was invited and detained today. You've been MIA. They've not seen you. You've not even made yourself, available to go to the inquest. There are people I want to see at that inquest also. The driver. The driver. All of this happened in his car. He's an eyewitness. The vehicle at hand, the vehicle in question that we're talking about, where is it? Let's see how broken that vehicle is. And then I'm not going to be asking all of these questions because it's a lot of questions and they are still there, pending. And that's the reason why we're having all of this chaos and all of that, and answering this person, and that person is getting angry, and this one is getting angry. The truth is, eventually, even if we follow this to the end, and that's where we'll see the truth. Now, Feishara, eventually the onus is not falling on you. Who did you treat? What did you treat? Where did you get the stuff that you use in treating the person, and what happened? What were your observations? Somebody can't just buy like that. They talked about goose pimples on his body. What did you see? What made you feel that what you were treating was the thing that you were supposed to go there and treat? Did you see any profusely bleeding hand? Or maybe it was treated already, like maybe they banded it, it has band-aid or plaster or something. If there was infection, you would have known that there was, even if you can't see it with your eyes, you know that this is a cut or this is something or something. You must have seen something. What did you see that you were treating? Or is it me that is asking the wrong question? What is it that you saw? Because everybody is saying it's a setup, they called Feishara, but Feishara is in the story. And we will all see that Feishara. One day she will come out, Abi. Somebody has to come out. The whole headache of this person did not do this person did this person did that. Feishara, eventually it's Feishara, she was called upon. And you came to the house. So who did you treat, Feishara? So if you have something to say, this is the time for you to come to the inquest. If I was the nurse, I would even give myself to that inquest. I won't even wait for them to invite me. I will invite myself. You understand? Exactly. Somebody just wrote, what was the initial, Cynthia, okay, what was the initial assessment? And yeah, exactly.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, please.
It's not like you know me. If you know me, I don't go to platform saying this. What I'm hearing this morning, I can't wait to see this guy live. I'm going to ask him by myself.
Who is
because
that?
I can't waste time for this time for you trying to manipulate my mind. Do you know what? There is a lady. I even don't know that she used to be a Papariano platform. Not Papariano, Westo. She used to be a moderator. So I've always seen her on Nobozara platform. So it's kind of like today she came, they was talking about her that it's Lagata threatening her. When he was threatening her, she came out because I was there a birthday. Lagata gave her 35,000 K. Is it naira like 35,000, $33 or $35? He give it to her. So it's kind of like he's going to platform saying that she paid him money. He's threatening her on a phone. So this lady came up today on Lady Noble platform saying that this is what is going on. This is how they did to Arifa, because that lady and him was chatting. They are very too close, and Westo and those things. So me, I don't care what he did. I'm waiting for him to ask him direct, face to face. So is that you team justice or you are team hatred? Because I trust you, I followed you past almost 8 months. I waste my time fighting for this. You are going back saying this. So you say to arrest Arifa. Me, I'm going to ask him. So I'm not scared of anyone on this justice now, because they make me angry, because I can't keep following this. Can't sleep, people going around lying. So I'm waiting for him to ask him. Do you know why I came to you to tell you? I'm here to tell you that don't trust anyone, be careful. That's all.
Queen Treasure, apart from you coming here, you know this is your platform, right?
I
know that. Okay.
That's why I want to come to tell you.
Exactly. But I want to say this, please. May God give us wisdom. May God give us the kind of wisdom that we need. My one question also will be, how will this help justice for Mohbad? That's just one question.
Because do you know why? I think that like they are playing us. They are playing us. So they are not, because that lady said he has like he has different accounts. You can see him on Team Wunmi. He was there with different accounts. That is what he's doing. These two people confirm this. So that makes me scared. I don't care. See, I'm not scared of that guy. Me, I'm not scared of that guy. So I'm waiting to ask in front of his face. So is that you arrest Arifa? Yes, that man. I know that man. I don't know his name. I forget about his name. I need to go and find his name. I only know one name.
Madam.
Yeah.
You see, Lagata is a very lovely person and honest. So whatever they're saying, I think it's a personal issue.